Week 13 in the NFL. Let's go look at the standings real quick. First in the Ravens, 8-3 this week. That's tough. And we are seed, we're 11th. 6-4-1. In our division, we are number 1. We've been absolutely playing a lot better. But now we have to face the Ravens. Just taking a look at the end of the season here, the last 5 games. Ravens, Saints, Falcons, Rams, and the Seahawks. That's going to be a big game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll get a look at Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So I'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Niners heading out behind their 6-year quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy, of course, sat behind Tom Brady for much of his tenure in New England. Won his first 5 starts as a Niner in 2017, then the injury last year. So still some question marks surrounding number 10 out there under center. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player. And
he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now Mostert, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Mostert, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Here's Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Here we go. Like 20.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Here we go. 180.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Garoppolo now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. 180. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Here we go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game.
Come on, fellas. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And to give this time to the tailback. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got Snead. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. And down inside the 15 he goes. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And Andrews lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing...
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming in.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Jackson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Escapes the defender. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They run again with Morris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made it nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo over the middle to Kittle, complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. To throw, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
13 yards there and a Niner 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Here we go. Like 20. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
We got this.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Again, 4 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.